Hello everyone, Miss Diane here. I'd like to do a video today about half steps and whole steps. Now, many of you already know what those are, and if you feel like you're an expert on this, you can skip this video. But if you're kind of curious about what I'm going to say, you can watch it anyway. And some of you maybe don't know exactly what they are. Okay, so first let's talk about a half step. If I play any key on the piano, I love middle C, so I'll start with that one, and then play the key right next to it. Not this one, because there's one in between, the black key. That is a half step. Listen to what they sound like together. Kind of ugly, actually. Half steps are not beautiful. What if I play the one on the other side? There's nothing between these two white keys. That's another ugly half step, right? Not beautiful. So any two keys that are right next to each other without anything between them make a half step. I'm going to play several of them on my piano. They all sound kind of ugly. Why don't you try it on your piano? Pause this video and play some half steps. Okay, hopefully you played some half steps on your piano. Did they all sound kind of ugly? Ugh. All right, now let's talk about a whole step. If you are good at fractions, you know that 1/2 plus 1/2 makes 1 whole. Even if you're not good at fractions, I know you know how half works. Because if you've ever asked your mom for a cookie, sometimes she says yes, sometimes she says no, sometimes she says, well, you can have a half of a cookie. Well, a half of a cookie is better than no cookie, but it's not as good as a whole cookie, right? So if you have a half of a cookie, and then somebody gives you another half of a cookie, you get a whole cookie. That's what happens with half steps and whole steps. If I play this half step, these two notes that are next to each other, and then play this half step, and then kind of put them together, we get a whole step. So a whole step is really what happens when you do two half steps. Half step, whole step. So a whole step is any two keys with one key between them. So this is a whole step because there's a key between them. Is this a whole step? I hope you said no, because there is no key between them. But this is a whole step because there is a key between them. Okay? Is this a whole step? You should have said yes, because there's a key between. All right, how about that? Is that a whole step? Must not be, because there's two keys between. That would be a step and a half. All right, so now we're getting into more complicated math, 1.5 steps. All right, so pause the video and see if you can find some whole steps on your piano. Okay, I hope you found some whole steps. What do you think about the way they sound? Do you like the way they sound better than the half steps? I don't think that whole steps are beautiful, but I don't think they're as ugly as half steps were. Remember the half steps? Ugh. Ugh. They're kind of ugly. Whole steps, not so bad. Okay, so now let's play a quick game. I am going to cover the camera so you can't see it, and I'll play either a half step or a whole step. All you have to do is decide which one it is. If you want to, you can just make this sound ugh when it's a half step. And when it's a whole step, you can make this sound Okay? You ready? Here's the first one. What was it? Ugh, right? That was a half step. Two keys right next to each other. Okay, let's try again. What do you think? Not too bad. That was a whole step. I skipped over a key in between. Okay, let's try again. Maybe I'll do a low one. What do you think? Not too bad. That was a whole step. Okay, let's do one more time. What did you say? Ugh. That was a half step. Let's see. I think you cannot see my fingers. There they are. There is my half step. You notice that there's no key between there. So that's a half step. Okay? All right. Now you know a little bit more about half steps and whole steps. And also maybe you can start to recognize what they sound like. All right. Thanks for playing along.